Welcome to episode 31 of Discover Ocala, presented by Showcase Properties of Central Florida. I'm Valerie Dailey, and today we're joined by Karla Grimsley-Greenway, Chief Executive Officer at Interfaith Emergency Services. Let's get started. So Karla, thank you so much for agreeing to come out and talk to us about high tea and interfaith services. And I had a customer of mine suggest that I get you in here so we can talk about high tea, because I personally have never been. I know about it, but I just haven't participated yet. Mm-hmm. So maybe this will be a good year for me to do that.
I hope so. And thank you so much for having me. That's been probably our biggest challenge is, getting the word out that we have it, because there's still so many women in Ocala that need to experience it. And it's not a huge crowd every year, because it's the way it works is you either have to be a host for a table or be a guest of a host. So there's no tickets you can buy and come. It's kind of exclusive that way, but so it kind of limits who gets to come. So it kind of makes it really special. But it's just been such a fun event, and it's grown, and every year it's raised more and more money for us to do what we do with our women's shelter, and now it's even helping some other homeless services we have. So.
Well, how many years has it been going on?
This is our 10th anniversary. We started in 2016, and it was really, it's hard in my industry to come up with new ways to raise money that are fun mm-hmm. or that people want to come to. That's the challenge, because, everybody goes to the luncheons and the galas, and we wanted to come up with something that was a little unique. And my assistant and I thought, if we had a ladies' tea, we could get more women involved in our fundraising. And, because it does support our shelter for women and children, we thought that would be appealing. And we wanted to create an event that was so fabulous that if you didn't get to go, your feelings would be hurt. If you didn't get invited, you'd be like, why didn't I get to go? So we really wanted to just make it a really special event. And we started out in Shalom Park made it a real, true, authentic tea. We did it, at high tea time. We follow the, 3-tier servers with the certain sandwiches, and then what happens is the hostesses, they don't pay for their table, because it's a lot of people misunderstand that. They think they have to buy a table, but all they have to do is decorate a table. So we recruited some ladies that decorated tables and invited their friends, and we just had such a nice time. And then at the end of the tea, when everybody's already had fun with their friends, we have a short presentation from one of our women that has come through the shelter, and someone who's really had a life-changing experience. And that first year was this woman. She was fascinating. She was homeless for no other reason than she had gotten an ear infection. She was a baker. She lived up north. She managed a bakery. She had her own home. She had her own car. And out of nowhere, she just started getting ill. And she was just violently sick. Went to doctors. They couldn't diagnose her. They couldn't figure it out. So she remained sick, couldn't work, lost her car, lost her home. When her house was in foreclosure, the man that bought it found out she had spent the last winter there with no heat and air. I mean, she was no electricity. And so he paid for her a ticket to come to Florida, because he said at least she'll be warm. And she was still sick when she got here, never been homeless, scared to death, wandered the streets for almost a year before she found us. And it was just such a miracle. We had just started having our free clinic. Doctors come in and work with our shelter residents there in our shelter without charging them anything. She was one of the first patients, and the doctor immediately diagnosed her with an inner ear fungal infection.
Wow.
He was a lady doctor, Dr. Sterling. She prescribed the right medicine. Her ear healed. She back to work, got her own apartment, and her life is back on track.
Awesome.
And you would never think that something like that could lead you down that path. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't witnessed it. And so she was our first speaker. So it was really compelling, to show people that this could be anyone, in our shelter. And so, but year after year, we had repeat hostesses. Some had so much fun they came back, and then we had other ladies sign up. We've had some change over the years, and as I was mentioning before, we first started, it was kind of bougie and more formal. And after a few years in, we were getting younger hostesses coming in, some of the younger professional women. And it was Jennifer Arvanitis that started the trend. She wanted to make it more fun. So she did, it was a disco Dolly Parton table. That was her theme. So it was just so much fun. And she did a mimosa bar to bribe everyone to vote for her table for the People's Choice. And from then on, it really became, there's been more creativity, and it's just been a lot of fun. Because the tables go from extremely elegant, like we even had, Amy Lord last year had a wall built behind her table to look like she was in a formal dining room. And then Cynthia Tisch had, her table literally looked like a carousel where the chairs were the horses.
Oh my, they get extravagant.
It was. But then we still also have just the very elegant, tables with just the pretty setting with a beautiful floral arrangement. And then we have some that are, we're getting some that are more thematic. Like we had a Greater Ocala Women's Club last year did a really cute centerpiece where it looked like they were doing a shower of love on all the different charities that they sponsor. And so, and then we've had some that are themed from different nationalities, different cultures. And so we're having to add more awards because there's such a variety of tables. But
so who votes on them?
So for the there's one award that's a People's Choice, and everyone that attends the event gets to vote for that one. And there's really no criteria. It's just whichever one you like the best. And then I usually have a group of my board members will maybe vote for the we have a traditional elegant table, and then we have a most creative table, and I might have some of my shelter, the girls from my shelter that attend will vote for that one. So I have different groups that I pick that can't compete in those categories that'll do the selection. Now, but the big winners though, because it is a fundraiser, and the way we raise funds is that each hostess is challenged to raise money for her table. So it doesn't cost the hostesses anything to do a table other than whatever they put into their decorations. What they do is they say, hey, I'm doing a table for Interfaith and I'm raising funds. Would you donate to my table? And so there's a golden teapot award. It's a traveling trophy with a real golden teapot on top that the table that raises the most money gets the golden teapot and bragging rights for a year. And then a couple years ago, our dream was that we would start having tables that raised $10,000 because we thought, oh, it'd be cool if we had $10,000 tables. And that happened, but the year it happened, we had two. And so we're like, we need to do something for second place. So we created a silver teapot award. And this year, we're going to do a third place because everybody just keeps elevating their efforts. And so this year we're going to have I think a crystal teacup award for the person that is in third place. So that's, the ultimate goal is to raise the most money.
And how many are at a table? Where is it going to be? The date, time, give us all that good stuff.
The event this year is May 2nd, so it's kind of close to Mother's Day, so it'll be fun. Yeah. It's May 2nd, and we have it at the Florida Extension Auditorium next to the Livestock Pavilion. We have plenty of space there. There's lots of light. We have a full kitchen. So it's really convenient for the ladies to get in. And we go in the night before and decorate. So we have a happy hour decorating time. And then the guests show up the next day on the 2nd. And they'll start coming in around 2. And we usually wrap up between 4 and 4:30. But it's, and the dress is really whatever theme your table is anymore. Most of the ladies like to dress up, and hats are always appropriate. But it's people have come in theme. One of the first years I did it out at Shalom Park, was it Lori Zink did a Mad Hatter table.
Oh, neat.
And so they had everybody in costume. I've had a Beauty and the Beast table where they came in full Beauty and the Beast costume. It's funny. That was another, it was a realtor, Lena Piedra with Pro Real. She and her group did that. But it's, so that's when the event is this year. You can sign up to be a hostess pretty much any time until about a month before.
Okay.
So, and we've even snuck some people in at the last minute, unless we run out of space, because we can do 30 tables.
Okay.
And so once we hit our 30 hostesses, and we've already got 17 signed up for this year.
That's awesome.
The tables can seat 8 or 10. So, and a lot of people, even though it's a 72-inch table, keep it at 8 so they have more room for their decorations. Mm-hmm. But I like to squeeze as many people in, so I always do 10. But that's up to the hostess. So it's just, if you have more friends.
And so you provide the food as well to your particular table?
Well, we will provide the food. So the hostesses really have to provide the setting. They bring their own tea bags. We used to provide the tea, but everybody had their own, kind that they wanted, so they bring their own tea for the hot tea. We provide the hot water and the food, but again, most of the hostesses have started adding to it. Like some of them even bring a full buffet now. A lot of them do their own special desserts, but we do petit-fours and finger sandwiches. So if you don't like that, you go get your own stuff. And of course, there might be something besides tea in the cups that happens sometimes, and but we try to and we really try to coach the hostesses so they're not intimidated or not not overwhelmed. We have a pre-event where we meet with the hostesses and do a little reception for them and answer any questions and help them in any way we can so that they're prepared.
Great. Well, this sounds so exciting, and I'll have to get involved.
Yes,
we'll just
you
have
do.
To do that.
You do. Either do a table or just make sure one of your friends does. That's what I tell people. Either do it or get a friend to do it so you get to come. Yeah.
All right. So May 2nd.
May 2nd.
At the County Extension office. And time?
It starts at 2.
Okay.
So guests, but when you are a guest, you will get a personalized invitation from your hostess. So,
awesome.
But right now we're just trying to sign those hostesses up. So if you're listening to this and you're interested, please reach out to us. You can call me. I'll give my cell number out real quick. It's 352-209-7045, and just call me, or text me. If it's easier to text, you can text me and just say I'm interested. We will send you all the information you need, or have a phone call and answer all your questions. Awesome. But we'd love to get more people signed up and involved.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Learned a lot. Thank you.
Good.
Thanks to Karla for joining us today, and we look forward to being with you once again next month on Discover Ocala, presented by Showcase Properties of Central Florida.
Discover Ocala is presented by Showcase Properties of Central Florida. As an independent brokerage firm for over 2 decades, Showcase Properties has helped customers throughout Central Florida achieve their real estate goals. Showcase Realtors offer expertise in a variety of property types and price points, and their services go beyond just buying and selling. Visit showcaseocala.com to connect with a dedicated local realtor and start your unique real estate journey today. We also want to thank you, the listener, for taking time to discover Ocala with us. We hope you enjoyed this month's episode, and if you did, please consider leaving us a review or rating wherever you're listening, or even telling a friend about us. If you have any questions on other organizations, individuals, or events you'd like to see covered in future episodes, you can get in touch with us directly at discoverocala@showcaseocala.com. See you next month.